Welcome to the Widescreen Week in Review for the third week of April 2016. This week's Widescreen Week in Review is sponsored by our very own WSGF Ultimate Monitor Stand. It's the only monitor stand on the market designed to grow with you in your gaming rig. It supports 3x1 landscape, 1+3 landscape with up to 27-inch panels, and it also supports 5x1 portrait with up to 25-inch panels. For more information, visit wsgf.org/stands. On one bit of good news is that Bethesda has heard the community's desire for ultra-wide and multi-monitor support. In a recent blog post by Robert Duffy, CTO at id Software, he outlines that there will be support for ultra-wide and multi-monitor in Doom and the id Tech 6 engine, as well as an FOV slider support. Hopefully this means that horizontal plus support will be native in future games and we won't need hacks for proper support in games that use id Tech 6. One big release recently is Dark Souls 3. It gets a gold for widescreen, limited for ultra-wide and multi-monitor. The native support is anamorphic for widescreen and pillar boxed for ultra-wide and multi-monitor. Ultra-wide and multi-monitor both require a hex edit in the Dark Souls 3 exe and an INI edit to the gamesconfig.xml. There are details on how to do this on the WSGF. This week we have a handful of games from Telltale Games, which are part of a current Humble Bundle. As of this posting, you can still grab that bundle for 2 more days. All of the titles here get gold for widescreen and limited for ultra-wide and multi-monitor, and for all of them 4K is yet untested. All of the titles offer native anamorphic support for widescreen and pillar box for ultra-wide and multi-monitor. So first up we have Tales from the Borderlands. You can use flawless widescreen to get horizontal plus support. You'll want to use the Wolf Among Us fix. There are a few issues still with ultra-wide and multi-monitor even with the fix, and those are outlined on the entry at the WSGF. Next we have Back to the Future the game. Ultra-wide and multi-monitor require the use of the cheat engine hack. There's a file available for download on the Widescreen Gaming Forum. We see the same here for Sam & Max The Devil's Playhouse. This is the third in the episodic series from Telltale. Again, ultra-wide and multi-monitor require use of the cheat engine hack, and you can get that file on the WSGF. In here we have Poker Night at the Inventory 1 and 2. Ultra-wide and multi-monitor again require use of the cheat hack, which you can get on the WSGF. And I think it's personally interesting that looking at ultra-wide and multi-monitor, you can see so much has been rendered past the 16:9 aspect ratio, even though the developers locked the field of vision there to just 16:9. And finally, in the Humble Bundle, we have Puzzle Agent 1 and 2. Again, ultra-wide and multi-monitor require use of the cheat engine hack, and you can get that on the 2 respective entries on the WSGF. Next up we have Hero of the Kingdom. It gets gold for widescreen, ultra-wide, and multi-mon are unsupported. It's anamorphic for widescreen and then pillar boxed for ultra-wide and multi-monitor. And next up we have the Town of Light. You get silver for widescreen and ultra-wide, limited support for multi-monitor, and gold support for 4K Ultra HD. It's native horizontal plus support with an FOV slider for widescreen, but some uncommon aspect ratios such as 15:9 will need an XML edit. That same XML edit is used for ultra-wide. For multi-monitor, you're going to want to use a hex edit. This adds the multi-monitor resolution to the game options themselves. This is needed as there are some areas where the menus are broken due to the extreme aspect ratio. Having the ability to natively swap between multi-monitor and widescreens allows you to easily overcome these issues. Next up, we have 5 titles here that were investigated but offer no support for any widescreen configuration. Some can be coaxed into supporting the resolution, but the images are all stretched or pillar boxed. Cubetractor is a relatively recent title from 2013, with the others being much older. Would have been nice to get some support for classics such as Starlancer or MechWarrior. We've gotten lucky in the past with older titles such as SimCity, which are pixel-based, but no luck here. And finally, we have a new triple monitor video from WSGF editor Skid. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. This is for Grip Industrial TT. It's an early access combat racer on Steam, and it is the spiritual successor to the old Roll Cage games. It is an Unreal 4 engine game, and thus it requires a command line switch to use multi-monitor res and an INI edit to get horizontal plus gameplay. We've got a link to the video here on YouTube down in the description below. The video is formatted to run full screen on a multi-monitor setup. So if you're running AMD Eyefinity or NVIDIA Surround, be sure to use the original file and run it full screen.